Myself, I like to list 5 different motivations for microgrids, and so I'll just go through those. One is they may be able to supply at reduced direct costs. So this just means that there may be a way that you can produce your own power more cheaply than buying from the grid. And as we all know, photovoltaic systems are falling in price dramatically. Residential systems cost only about 1/2 as much today in California as they did 10 years ago, and about 1/3 as much as they were 20 years ago. Battery costs and the electronics and so on are also falling. So the second motivation for microgrids is reducing indirect costs. And by indirect costs, I mean things like pollution, noise, other kinds of problems. And maybe a microgrid can help in that area too, particularly if A, it has a lot of renewables and it encourages renewables, and then B, if it is able to integrate different kinds of resources like load control and so on in a way that means overall supplying the electricity services that we want produces less pollutants. So indirect costs can be a big motivator. The third is reliability and resilience, and we've already talked about those. In addition to the obvious advantages of a localized system, one of the areas where microgrids might change things, and this is closely related to DC distribution in building, which is one example of this, the microgrid may be able to provide different qualities of service to different loads. So I would suggest you think about this in the following way, which is the traditional power system has completely universal power quality and reliability. We work on the assumption that we can plug in our devices anywhere. It's going to have the same quality of power. It's going to work pretty well. And in fact, even the standards for reliability and so on are fairly universal. And then fifthly, the last big motivator is a simple desire for independence. Many people that want solar systems on their homes do want to do it for better environmental footprint. They do want to do it to save money, but in many cases, they simply just want the independence. And this is a big motivator, and it's not to be overlooked. So those are my 5 big motivations for microgrids: reduce direct costs, reduce indirect costs, reliability and resilience, market opportunities that the microgrid's able to participate in markets, and then finally this feeling of independence.